Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Marvels has come and gone like a fart in the wind, and we are left with something that has a lot of people talking. This particular movie is not just doing bad, okay? It's not just doing terribly. It's doing abysmally bad, okay? Like, this thing is absolutely taking the word bombing and going to a whole nother level, the likes of which we have not seen this colossal of a failure, I think, in quite some time, okay? And the funny thing is, it's not even just because of the numbers, right? Because we know that the MCU is not pulling numbers that it used to pull simply because they're not making good movies anymore. They haven't been making good movies in a while. They had one or two big hitters in Phase 4 and Phase 5, but other than that, they've been pretty average at best. The Marvels is doing so bad that it's damn near close to the numbers that Morbius pulled, okay? Morbius pulled the same numbers as the Marvels. I want people to understand that and think about that for a second. The Marvels is pulling the same numbers as Morbius. That is just god awful. I can't even comprehend that level of a flop. But with that being said, okay, we have an article here that says the Marvel's Aman Vellani teases big things for the future of Miss Marvel. This particular article is coming from CBR.com, right? Obviously, a ultra mega shill website, and I'm not surprised that I'm seeing this kind of a headline from CBR. Now, when I read this headline, I had to do a video on it because I thought to myself, how can you say that you're going to tease big things for the future of Miss Marvel, where your Marvel's movie is bombing so bad that it's very obvious that nobody wants to watch anything related to any of these three characters that are showcased in this film? Because had they want to, they would actually go support this movie, but they're not doing so. Nobody's going out there and actually spending the money on it. Everybody's talking on Twitter about how stunning and brave it is, but nobody's actually spending the money on it. So I was curious as to what they were going to say regarding the future of Miss Marvel. So let's get into this article, guys, from CBR.com. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And like the video to push us out into the YouTube algorithm. It says in an interview with CBR, the Marvel star Aman Vellani details how the superhero blockbuster came to life and her new important role in the MCU. Okay, the new important role. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people are saying that Miss Marvel was the better of the three, the triple dynamic trio that was going on in the Marvels. But still, even though she was the better of the three, that's really not putting yourself in good company. This is why you're having the problems that you're having in the first place. So it says one of the brightest stars in the Marvels is Kamala Khan, with fan favorite actor actor Aman Vellani. What fans? Like, what fans are you talking about? Because nobody's watching this movie. Just like nobody watched Miss Marvel's TV show. Again, don't get me wrong. I know there's some people out there that like Miss Marvel and like the actress and feel like she's doing as good of a job as she could try to do. But you mean to tell me fan favorite? What? What fans? None of that makes any sense. Like, they try to, man, I'm just dying right now. They try to upsell this. They always try to upsell it. Like, oh yeah, she's a fan favorite. Oh, like everybody loves her. This is the biggest character right now going in the MCU. Mind you, they did $120 million worldwide in the first weekend. So it's so bad. It's so bad. Who are you trying to convince? I really feel like this is a prime example, and you guys know I say this all the time. This right here, this article, all the reason that it exists, the only reason that it exists is to maintain that access, baby. That's all it's for. This article only exists so that CBR can maintain their access that they have with Hollywood. That is it. But let's keep going. Fan favorite actress Aman Vellani, reprising her role after starring in the Disney Plus original series Miss Marvel, whisked away on a cosmic adventure alongside Carol Danvers and Monica Rambeau. Kamala reminds the heroes of their ideals while helping them save the day against an insidious Kree plot that threatens to unspend the natural state of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Inspired by her experiences, Kamala Khan is ready to build a team of her own, leading her generation to defend the MCU. In an exclusive interview with CBR, the MCU star Aman Vellani shared her behind-the-scenes experiences, making the Marvels revealed that what writing the comic book series Miss Marvel, the New Mutant, taught her about the character, and teased the implications of the final scenes of the Marvels and Kamala Khan's place in the growing MCU. So here is the interview with the actress. Let's get into this and see exactly what they're talking about here. So CBR says, Aman, I've been watching Samuel L. Jackson ever since Jurassic Park. How was it getting to share action scenes and big dramatic scenes with him in the Marvels? Aman Vellani says, so cool. He's very generous scene partner. He's also genuinely loves Nick Fury, loves acting and loves his job so much. He just gets ignited some crazy parts in me where I know I'm going to be happy with my career if I just follow Sam Jackson. Listen to what he has to say and listen to his advice. He's one of the few actors that still has the passion burning inside of him. I agree with all that. I agree with Samuel Jackson, amazing actor. Never going to take that away from him, even though unfortunately he got cucked in the Marvels. I'm never going to take that away from him. Honestly, he's getting cucked in the MCU regardless, not just the Marvel. But then it says, as someone who started out as a fan of the character, gotten to play her, and gotten to write her in Miss Marvel, the New Mutant with Sabir Pizzada, what insights have you gained about the character through it all? What I honestly learned a lot from in this film is that I realized how much Kamala is the glue of any group that she's in. Whether it's her family or her friends, she's a natural leader, and I wanted to explore more of that dynamic in the film, especially with Kamala being younger than all of them. I think she's the most mature and the most emotionally intelligent, even though she's not actively speaking, she's watching and learning. I think she's going to apply all of this to the future with the Young Avengers thing, because she's standing in between the history of two women and they've gotten so much tension. Despite all of that, she isn't afraid to make tough calls or give her opinion. I like how outgoing she is and how unapologetically herself she is. Now, right off the bat, I just want to say about the Young Avengers thing, I don't know anybody who's excited for this, okay? I don't know anybody who's excited for the Young Avengers. I don't know anybody who knows or thinks that the Young Avengers is going to bring back the MCU out of its rut. I don't think it's going to be that at all. I think what the MCU is doing, it's becoming a teenager thing. That's what it is. I think that Kevin Feige has realized that people have checked out of the MCU, and the only ones who are going to support it are young kids. So now they're going to start tailoring their entire experience to the younger person. That's what they're going to do, and hope that the younger people love this so much that they grow up on it and become the next MCU for the next 10 years. I don't think it's going to happen at all, given the fact that people right now are so checked out of the MCU that they're not going to ever bring their kids to want to go see it either. No matter how much some of them may beg their parents to take them, they'll probably take them to one or two if the parents want to see a certain character, but other than that, they're just not going to take them. The Marvels is bombing so bad that I can't even imagine that the corporation is happy with this. Like, there's just no way. I understand that you are shilling for identity politics and this is what you care about and this is what you really want to push, but you cannot convince me that there is some CEO, CFO, somebody in that room over there at Marvel that is saying, yep, we did an amazing job. There's not a single person that I can honestly think is thinking that right now. But of course, they're going to talk about how Miss Marvel is the leader she was always meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, they cannot make a female character without her being a Supergirl boss leader. They have to make her that. They have to essentially turn her as manly as possible, because they're going to turn the men as womanly as possible. It's a weird dynamic that they're trying to switch it up, but this is what they do with their female character. Now she's going to talk about Nia DaCosta, and this is going to be interesting. We keep mentioning Nia DaCosta. How was it having her as the captain of this production? She is amazing, to put it in one word. She really cares about the characters. No, she doesn't. She's also a nerd. No, she's not. And as intimidated as I was working with her from the start, that dissipated quickly because she loves Miss Marvel and the comic books. One of the first time I got dinner with her, she gave me her entire pitch of what her Avengers movie would look like. I love that we could bounce ideas off each other and talk about Marvel just as fans. She absolutely set the example for all of us. These movies are not easy to make at all, and there's so many teeny tiny things to pay attention to, a million moving pieces, all while making sure everyone on set is on the same page and comfortable. They really try to sell the fact that Nia DaCosta is some sort of super fan, right? You guys got to remember, anytime they have to sell you on the fact that they're super fans, guess what? They're not really super fans, okay? This has been proven time and time again. If you want to ask Nia DaCosta what her favorite comic book is, and she can't mention anything other than Miss Marvel, I guarantee you that's going to expose her heavily as being a non-fan. But of course, they want you to think that she's a fan. They want you to think that this is someone who really cares about the characters who are working on this movie. That's not the case at all. They don't hire people who care about the characters. They actually actively go against hiring people that know or care about the source material. They don't want people like that. They want people who don't know the source material, because that way they can control them and do whatever the hell they want. So the fact that they still try to convince you that Nia DaCosta is some super fan, super nerd, yeah, I highly, highly doubt that. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.